administration, that the president has decided that he would not comply with federal law. And even though one could agree with many of the policies, as I do, that this administration holds, the means that it is selecting are very troubling. That this president, once again, has said that he simply chose not to comply with federal law. But more importantly, the administration is all over the boards on this. You know, as this story has been unfolding, we've heard various justifications and rationales for the failure to comply, including a bizarre argument that they did comply with the notification law by not notifying Congress. And that was a bit hard to get one's mind around.
Yeah, you know, we do have co-equal branches of government, separation of powers. You teach this regularly. You agree with the president politically. For you to say that we are at a tipping point constitutionally, now I agree with you. What does that mean, considering our Constitution is our rule of law, and they're ignoring it?
Well, unfortunately, our system is changing, and it's changing without a debate or even a discussion as to what we are going to do in the future when we have a three-branch system, a tripartite system, but one branch is so dominant. What's emerging is an imperial presidency, an uber presidency, as I've called it, where the president can act unilaterally. This is only the latest example of that. What's troubling is that we have a system that has been stable precisely because these are limited and shared powers. This president has indicated that he's just not willing to comply with some of those aspects. Wow. You know, he told Congress he would go it alone. And in our system, you're not allowed to go it alone.
And if I broke the law, why do I think they'd be the first people to handcuff me, perp walk me, and send me off to jail? Just my belief system. Paranoia or truth?
Well, I think that the biggest problem we have is that the system itself, if we have a dominant branch, simply begins to shut down in terms of the safeguards. People don't seem to understand that the separation of powers is not about the power of these branches. It's there to protect individual liberty. It's there to protect us against the concentration of power. That's what's occurring here. You know, I've said it before that Barack Obama is really the president Richard Nixon always wanted to be. You know, he's been allowed to act unilaterally in a way that we fought for so many decades.
I hope people are listening, Professor. Thank you, as always, for your insight and your honesty. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Coming up, when we come back.